Major Music.
What's good? I'd like to welcome y'all back to Major Music TV. It's your boy D Dot coming at y'all with another video for this week. If this is your first time on this channel, I'd like to talk all things music production. So it could be the latest and greatest in music production gear and software. It could be things like expansion, sound packs, also music marketing. I actually used to do a radio show called The Producer's Corner, and we used to talk a lot about those topics. And I basically took what we used to talk about on the radio show and brought it over to my channel. So again, if that's something that interests you, go ahead, subscribe. You could also follow me on Instagram at d._majormusic. You can see all the rest of my social media information down there as well. Main reason we're doing this video is a lot of you have been seeing me use more hardware as of recently, and I did like some small walkthroughs on the Uno drum as well as the MPC-1 and the Arturia Micro Freak. Most recently I just got the Micro Freak, but maybe like a week or two ago. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Uno Synth, since I went over the Uno drum previously. Now the Uno Synth is something that has been out for a while. I want to say close to 2 years, and I like the Uno Synth simply because IK Multimedia, and there's a few other companies out there as well, like Korg, who makes Korg Gadget for iPad and Mac, and a lot of other platforms. But they also make a lot of synthesizers, kind of $100 to $200 range. As far as the Uno Synth, it's gonna run about $199. You may find it for about $149 depending on the time of the year you're looking. Sometimes I see it on sale at places like Sweetwater or Guitar Center for around that $149 price point, but other times it'll be about $200. So depending on, as I said, depending on when you find it. Now right out of the box, it also comes with 100 presets built in. We're going to go through some of those. We obviously won't have enough time to really go through all of those, but I'm just going to go through some of those to kind of give you guys an idea of the sounds that it's capable of. There is a built-in 16-step sequencer as well on the Uno Synth. And a side note for the Uno Synth, just like the Uno drum had a companion app for like iPad as well as the Mac, there's going to be the same thing available for iPad and Mac for the Uno Synth. And then there, if you want to use it in standalone mode to create presets, you can create your presets inside of the app. You could actually pull up the plugin as a VST inside of Logic Pro and record your MIDI that way. Then you would have to create another track to record the MIDI to audio on that track. Now, good thing about that is when you record it in MIDI, allows you, if you want to add swing to it, or if you want to tweak it before you record it onto audio track, you can tweak some of your sound and get it how you want it for your track. Gives you that ability by recording MIDI first, and I just like the ease of use because it's really plug and play. There's nothing you really have to set up when you open up the VST inside of like Logic or Machine. That's what I used to make beats on my Mac with. Now the only other thing is the app itself on the iPad is gonna be there just to create presets, so you can't pull it up like a audio unit inside of like Beatmaker or Cubase's, the same way you can pull it up inside of Logic on a Mac, or even like Pro Tools, for example, for those of you that make beats in Pro Tools. So I just wanted to talk about some of the basic features of the Uno Synth. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Uno Synth itself. I actually got this running directly to my MPC-1, but I've kind of created a daisy chain with the Uno drum directly to the Uno Synth, and I also have the Micro Freak here on the same desk. Alright, so now as we can see here, you got your power right here on the left side, on the back left side. Now you can either use battery powered, so if you want to make this thing portable, you can use 4 AA batteries, and then it does also have the ability to run off of USB. There you got your micro USB port. You got your MIDI in and out. Also in the box you get these adapters that just go right into the MIDI in or MIDI out. You actually get 2 of them in case you want to connect it with the actual MIDI cables instead of going through USB. Some people like to do it that way. Everything is pretty much plug and play now, so I do pretty much everything through USB. And then if we go over all the way to the right side, we got the audio in and out. So if you want to like daisy chain, for example, as I was saying earlier, if I wanted to, which I do most of the time, is I daisy chain my Uno drum directly to the Uno Synth, and then that goes directly into the Micro Freak and then I record everything into the MPC-1. Now as I turn it over, this is just the battery port right here. Get yourself 4 AA batteries. I got a set of rechargeables. Whenever you're running off of batteries instead of USB, you're gonna get about 2 hours of battery life. You might be able to get 2.5, 3, but it's not gonna be anything much more than that, if any. It does eat battery power really fast, so I would suggest, like I was saying earlier, get you a set of rechargeables to use with the Uno, especially if you got both of them. Alright, so I have it now powered on. What I want to kind of show you guys is, we'll get a little closer in. Now if we're looking here along this left side, up here you're going to actually have 4 knobs. Now within these knobs, you notice here in each row, so you have a different row, like your top row is going to be for your oscillator, your second row is going to be for your filters, and then you're going to have envelope and then LFO. And if you look right here, this is going to be your data screen. So like for example, if I want to change one of the sounds, I can go here to where it says data, and you got your cutoff here, so let's see. And you got your tempo right here as well. Got your volume here on the knob all the way to the right. Now also, if I wanted to create a sequence, I can actually create a sequence right here. Appreciator to the right side right here is going to be where you actually change your sounds. So let's I have this going to my MPC-1 so I can. Now the only thing also is it's going to be monophonic, so you can't really play chords on it. Going back to the Uno itself, you notice right here, this is if I want to play notes this way, I can do it from here as well. It's going to still record the same way on the MPC. Down here will be your performance buttons down here. On the right side, this is going to be your octave button as well. Now your alt button, think of it almost like, you know, if you have an MPC, for example, how you can use shift and maybe another button for different commands. So like if I want to press alt, and let's say I want to work with my MIDI settings, so I can hit this, and I could actually turn my knob, like if I'm, so yeah, if you press alt and MIDI, and then you turn the tempo knob in the center up here, it'll allow you to switch channels, switch MIDI channels. And then I can hit alt sync, and if I want to sync it right now, you see, notice it now, it says that it's going through USB, which it is connected through USB. I have it going USB to a hub, a USB hub, and then the hub into the MPC, of course. Across the bottom where these pads are is going to actually be a 16-step sequencer. Now I actually don't sequence directly from here. As you heard me say, a lot of times I do sequence directly on my MPC-1, but I may use these to create my sounds and then record it as is directly again to the MPC, or maybe using the plugin as I would inside of Logic. So now I'm going to take a little bit of time, and as I said, we're going to go through some of the sounds and just see what we got here. And if you notice, as I turn the knob all the way here on the left side, and I have it set on the first oscillator, so I can go through my different oscillator types here on this first knob. And that's the tuning right here. Like that. You got a lot of good leads and bass on the Uno Synth, so that's why I like it, especially for the bass. So this is with the Y. And then if I want to hold it, now it's still holding a note, not the effect. And then if I wanted to stop, I can hit hold and it'll stop like that. Let's go through a couple of more. There we go. And let's find another sound. Maybe we can go in low pass filter. You got a high pass filter. We'll turn it down. Attack. Release. I don't want to make this a long drawn out video. I just wanted to kind of give you a basic overview of the Uno Synth. As I said, I've been owning this probably about close to a year and a half or so. It's really starting to be now that I started using it a lot more, because I started using a lot more hardware. And this is the dawless setup I got basically. Uno Synth, Uno drum, Arturio micro freak here, and then of course the MPC one here. And then I have the Arturio mini lab as well. Like whenever I make beats with my iPad, if I travel, I usually take this one with me. Also I have the Rolly Seaboard block. I also use my mini lab on my Mac as well when I'm working inside of Logic. Now that's gonna be pretty much it. I just want to give you a rundown of the Uno Synth. I get a lot of questions about it. I'm definitely gonna do more videos on it. Just started, as I said, even though I've been owning it for quite some time, I just started using it a lot more in recent months as I started using the MPC and kind of building my hardware setup. If you guys have any questions on the Uno Synth, feel free to leave a comment You could also follow me on Instagram at d._majormusic. If you like this video, please leave a like, as well as subscribe to the channel. It does help this channel out as far as the algorithms here on YouTube. And for everybody that's been supporting the channel, I do appreciate you. I'm going to continue bringing you guys new videos each week. But to wrap it up, Uno Synth, $199. You can get this on sweetwater.com. You can get on their own website on ikmultimedia.com. And I've never, I'm not doing this on behalf of IK Multimedia. This is just something that I like personally to use. And I just thought I would spread some of the information around to other producers that may be interested in the Uno Synth. So I thank y'all for coming this far, and until next time.